All right, folks, you know what time it is. It's time to get back to it. So safe. Okay, you can stop, you can stop. What are you doing?
We're just getting a few shots.
Oh. Hi, folks. Welcome to Behind the Scenes of Nasty Customs. Have I mentioned I hate lifting this yet?
No, I don't think so.
I really hate lifting this, so hopefully this is the last damn time. But don't she look good sitting outside?
Just doing a little sunbathing.
I think we all are now that it's like 70 degrees. All right, folks, it's welding day. We got camera woman out here. She's helping. Now we've got it lifted up high enough I can swing a hammer. And we just got to weld all that solid. Once it start getting that hot, roll that down and just, you know, bunch of welding and hoping this car doesn't follow my head. That's why we got a witness. Tell you what, the old Hobart here is really getting her workout tonight. We are finishing up burning these on. Yeah, it's spattery flux core garbage. But I mean, never once did I ever claim to be a welder, but I can stick things together to where they ain't gonna break. So these are done, the other two are done. Now we're gonna burn the back ones on. Burn the back on, set this thing down and bolt it down and never have to do this again. So I've been reading this book, right, and nowhere in it tells you how to get the front clip of your 59 on. Anyway, but in all seriousness, today it's time to do, we finally got the part in, to do the killer dowel pin and find this massive oil leak this thing has. And according to this, the threads on, left-hand threads on diesel models turn clockwise. Clockwise, remember that.
Clockwise.
Clockwise. Because we also got a new tool to help remove this fan clutch. Now it's a Harbor Freight variety. It hooks to your, because that's a 36mm wrench. This hooks to your air cannon and is supposed to make it like, you know, nice. Left hand clockwise. Is that what it says?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think that'll go on that nut, and then that hooks into that, and it should just, in theory, just pop out. Let's see if it is as nice as they say. You jump, babe.
I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I should have forewarned you. This is noisy. All that's doing is kind of just chewing that nut up, which I don't like. Okay, so I just ended up using some great big pliers and used the tool without the air hammer. I don't know, it might, people seem to love those things, but it's probably a user error more than anything with that tool. Now what we're looking at, and this is all just shit I read online. So that's got an this little counter deal, that's an air gap. This has to come off, this has to, which we can just get that belt out of there now. Let's get that going. How old's a belt when their natural state is just to do that? I don't know, we'll save it and run it. Tensioners. That one feels good. That one, not so much, but again, not really worried about that. Be nice if I owned a pressure washer.
On the porch you do. Does it not work?
I mean, one that one that would start and work without
Intervention.
yeah, basically all these pressure washers laying around here, they all need a will it start video of their own. I'm noticing some frightening things that I don't like right off the get. Why is that loose? That shouldn't, why is that loose? Why are these loose? Hopefully, now I watched a video, I can't remember where the hell it was or even who did it, but it was a 1997 truck, about the same year, same mileage. The killer dowel pin fell out, ate the whole front of the motor, cracked the timing case. Now, this has been keeping me up at night, hoping this didn't happen to me. Could it be as simple as bolts loosened up? Fuck, I hope. Or are we gonna, or is this gonna be a video where you see a real sad Nate? Anyway, now this guy's got to come off. I know that. What does that look like to you, babe? A 15?
The ones inside of there?
Yeah.
That's like a 3/4 or something. 15/16.
I love you for trying.
Why?
Babe, that ain't no 3/4, 13/16.
Is it a 9/16?
It's a 15. Granted, a 15 is a little loose.
So is it a 3/4?
No.
Wrenches come in sizes like 3/4 and
Yeah, but then there's
15/16.
metric and there's this whole other
I
shit.
don't do metric.
Yeah, no, me either. Probably could have done some research and educated myself on what the hell's going on right now. Yeah, that ain't it.
Why don't you bring your whole toolbox over?
It's probably gonna end up over here. Because half the fun in working on stuff.
Does it not fit?
Oh, it fits. I just got old. I won't say reliable, but it's here. And of course, I don't have a 15
Socket?
I don't have a 15 socket with that. And half inch. God. Here's my thought. Just jab that in the hole. Use my weight to hold it. But it's just picking me up. All right, folks. It's another day. And Harbor Freight, somebody stole one of the sockets. So I got a pretty good deal on it. And they don't just sell individual sockets. But there's our 15 for the impact. So I gotta find something to mark that because that needs to stay clocked the way it is to the tip of the crankshaft. All right, it's scratched, good enough. So we gotta take this sensor off, the fill tube. These are already loose, and get all this crap off so we can do a little cleaning. That pulley's off. Got our green pan, and we're gonna do we're gonna remove some of this 300,000 miles of gunk. One thing I did think was humorous, every time you would ever go to put oil in it and open the oil fill, that whole tube would unscrew, but the one time I want it to, it doesn't. Of course. Look at that. Oh, wow. That just wants to come right off. Well, that's the easiest. Oh my God. Ooh. It's got some gravity in it. Oh, there it is. I think, just looking from the oil that's slung everywhere, it looks like it was leaking, coming down, and then just riding the belt all the way around town. So, plus, like I said, these very loose bolts. I really hope this pin didn't fall out and ruin this engine. Choose your weapon. I don't know. This was the cheapest crap I could find. Looks like you get what you pay for with cheap brake clean. I mean, that cheap brake parts cleaner, it will not take the grease off so good, but the paint's coming off. So I started loosening all these 10mm bolts, and some are long, some are short. The ones that were loose were long, which doesn't make sense. So here's the box the new kit came in. There's the company that makes it. I took the new gasket and just drew it, and we're gonna poke some holes in that cardboard and put all the bolts where they're supposed to go so I don't mess this up. Industrial injection, you should just print that on the inside of your box. Like maybe take the money you put in sending me a can huggy and put in the ink to do that, because that'd be helpful. Bolts are out and accounted for. It's a moment of truth. Has the killer dowel pin killed? Oh, it's still in there! Yeah! Thank you. That is good news. Oh! That's some relief right there. This is my first time ever seeing the inside of the front of one of these bad boys. How bad's that seal ride? Okay, yeah, it's got some wear. I think there's a sleeve in that kit. There it is. There is the dowel pin that kills, and mine is still in there. I mean, it's not like I've been mean to this truck. For anybody that doesn't know about this killer dowel pin, I'll just give you a quick... See all these gears, right? This little guy right here, it's just a little dowel pin, and those have a tendency, in some cases, they will vibrate out, and then... Well, you can just use your imagination to... what would happen if that fell out while all this was spinning? All right, folks, we are back on this KDP mess. It's been a couple days. Had to actually get some tools, turns out. So these are the cheapest ones off Amazon. We need a barring tool. This pops in somewhere back there on the engine, allegedly, and will hold that flywheel so I can actually put the bolts back in. So we had to get one of those. It was the cheapest one I could find. And then I needed, because we got to sleeve the crankshaft, and I needed a tool to push that sleeve on evenly. So I got that, and it also came with a seal driver for the seal, which is good because I was going to use one of the old pistons out of a brake caliper that was actually from this truck. I was going to use that, but this came with this, and it was, like I said, again, the cheapest one they had. And we got a new torque wrench. Again, cheapest one they had. Because we got to put in the little dowel pin cover. So here's that little sucker that caused all this angst. So we're gonna take that bolt out, put this guy in there, torque her down to 18 foot-pounds, a little Loctite, and then that's done. And then we will sleeve the crankshaft there, because you can see 330,000 miles, that rubber sleeve, that rubber seal kind of chewed into the end of that crankshaft. So we'll just put that sleeve on that came with it, and then boom, it's surely good to go another 300,000. Click. Okay, there it is. Even got their cute little logo on there. I use plenty of that, so and let me just double torque it real quick. Click. Okay, it's clicked. Now we got to move on to putting that sleeve on the crankshaft. I tell you what, this first day the sun's been out. It's been raining for 2 weeks now. It's crazy to actually get some sun on the old on the sticks. Now the one thing that makes me nervous about this is that the day I ever have to get it back off. Hopefully I'm dead and gone by the day that needs to happen. And then that's the next guy's problem. And he'll open this up and be like, oh, hey, they did the dowel pin. That was nice of them. All right, there is the tool on the sleeve. And I'm just going to try to keep these two at exactly the same rate so it goes on straight. I couldn't get an answer whether or not you're supposed to put oil on this one way or the other. So I put some WD-40 on it since that's not quite oil. And I'm just going to go till it hits this little nipple there. Okay. Now we have a brand new crankshaft for the seal to ride. This is definitely one of those, it's going to go in my toolbox and probably never get used again ever. But you definitely couldn't get that on there straight like that and that easy without this $20 tool. So definitely worth it. That's done. That will clean it off really good, really good, because the new seal has to go on dry or this whole thing's just a waste of time. So I'm gonna clean that up, clean up my seal surface, and figure out how the hell to drive that in the front cover without doing damage. Well, folks, it's in there. It didn't go well. In fact, there's a chance this seal might end up leaking as soon as we start it, but we got to keep moving. Like I said, if it leaks, I won't really be surprised. If it doesn't leak, I'll be kind of surprised. So it's kind of in the middle, but it's on there. It's torqued down. It's as good as I can get it for right now. We won't know till we run it, but that's down the road because, well, got a lot of other crap to do. Now I got to put all this other junk back on the front and move on to the fabricating. So since my confidence on this sealing isn't too high, we've got some fresh 1540 to just dump down her. Plus I want to recoat those gears anyway. I know this isn't a definitive test, but if it's real bad, it'll start leaking. Like if it starts leaking just from dumping oil down it, I know it's screwed. Not seeing anything, but that doesn't mean anything until it's running. Well, she was a gallon low. All right, folks, we had enough time to change the oil in Jess's Hyundai, and still no leaks. Again, not a good test. Don't know till we run it, but I'm gonna call it fixed. Now, on to the debacle of this boring tool. I'm still not sure where it's supposed to go, but I know it doesn't fit in there because I took that off and it was no dice. Okay, so according to some guy on the internet, we were close. We went for that hole, but it's supposed to be in that hole, but let me dig around on that with a screwdriver. Well, just learned something new today. That is just a rubber plug that pops in that hole there. So now, yep. I don't know how good of a grab that is, but now Jess can hold a breaker bar on that while I tighten up the harmonic balancer. Okay, so now we got to set the air gap on the harmonic sensor, and we're going to do that with some very specialized tools. Just like that. And we bolt her back on. All right, folks, let's little updates on. I wanted to get you guys a 59 video out, so I think we're going to end this one here. When you come back, this will be buttoned up and done. Next video, we're going to work on getting a steering column in this thing. We're going to get the drive shaft ordered and on the way because we have the money finally. Next video will be steering column. There's a couple other odds and ends. I got to buy some steel and start building that trunk up because there's literally nothing to mount the ass of the car to. And still kind of keep on track for the June car show, even if there's no front on the damn thing. I still want to take it to that car show. So we're gonna have more videos coming out. Like I said, wanted to get you guys the 59, let you know we're still doing this. Still on, just a little slow. Stuff costs money, and I'm just a regular person. What do I look like, Jay Leno? But anyway, we've got the mini bikes are done. That video will be coming up next. We got service truck crap coming up next. The big van's up here. We've got stuff coming up on it next. We've got another van that might be coming to live here. I'll throw in a little clip of that awesome thing right here. Here's what we came to see. I love it. Look at this thing. So we're waiting to hear back on that, but it sounds like, I don't want to say it's a done deal, but it sounds like it might be happening. So that's going to wrap it up for this installment of the 59. Just thank you guys. Thanks for sticking with us. Should I say something cool for the ending?
God bless.
Anyway, see you guys next time. Goodbye. There's what I needed. Let's give him a parting shot of me restoring something. Bring him in here. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Just same way Dodge did. Ooh, my goodness. Look at that.
How did he do it?
It's brand new. All right, folks. See you later. See you next time.